I'm kind of thinking I'd like to just go home. I'm about 300 miles from home. Okay, this is where those peaks were, I think I've done enough. This is where the peaks were, where I went on the long one and thought I was going on the short one. That wasn't last year. That was a few years ago. There's a whole bunch of them. Well, when the cold comes here, that'll stop the development. In 2032, when that cold comes, I think that's going to stop the development cold. I really don't want to see this area get all built into a suburb. Because it'll end up like all the national parks, and it'll end up hard to even get to because of all the people here, and it'll all be built up, and it's like it loses the thing that would draw you there to begin with. It loses that by everybody coming. I mean, that's part of the reason why I don't even bother going to the big parks. I mean, they're so far away, and then they're just mobbed. They're too popular. You can't be spontaneous with your trip or anything. You got to plan it 6 months ahead. And then you might end up there on a day when it's pouring down rain or snowing or mosquitoes real bad, and it's like that's the only time you can go. You have to get a slot to go, and it's like, geez, and you got to pay a lot of money. Everything's expensive. It takes the fun out of it, the spontaneity. I mean, these trips that I'm making, I enjoy these trips, and they're simple. Some people say, well, what are you bothering with that for? I like the spontaneity, and I like it. It's good enough for me. If this area gets too popular, though, I'll probably quit going, and I'll be glad that I went. It's almost like traveling has become so hard to do that it's not worth doing anymore. It's become too institutionalized. The world has just gotten too crowded. There's just so many people, and there's not enough of these places set aside. So whoever set this stuff aside, like 100 years ago, they were inspired by someone. They were inspired to do that. That was a good thing they did. And a lot of people thought, oh, you're silly setting aside this land. But no, it was really a good idea, and they should have set aside more. It was really a good idea. It was almost like we haven't set enough aside, and now everybody's crowding into these places. There's not enough of them. I mean, it's gotten so crowded. This is probably what India's like. That's probably what India's like. Crowded. I mean, wall-to-wall people. And I've talked to people from India, and they says, yeah, it's really crowded there. It's something that if you were reincarnating and you were choosing where to go, it would be like, that would be something to think about. If we're wanting to go somewhere that is that crowded, it's like you're just on top of other people. It's and some of them aren't very nice. Some of them are violent. The Hindus are pretty peaceful, but not everybody's a Hindu over there. And people say, oh, they do some horrible things and they think the Hindus are doing it. No, it's that there's other people there. And not every Hindu's perfect, but there's a lot of people that are non-Hindus that are doing some pretty just rotten things, and they're working on it over there. I think they're improving, but it's kind of messed up. I mean, they got a lot of pollution. It's dirty there. There's disadvantages. I think the religion is good, the Hindu religion. But there's a lot of things that they don't have going, and it will improve. But it's very crowded. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the day in the forecast when it was going to rain. I'm glad I didn't dig today. And this might have been the day when they forecasted that the mosquitoes would be lower, and then they go back up the next day. But there's no mosquitoes. They didn't say there would be none. Here's our first tunnel. So we're at 771.5. It's 155, and we're at the first tunnel. And it's raining, so I might as well, I guess I'm done with this part of the trip. And I'm a little bit tired, not real tired, but and I've got a full load. I've got a lot of stuff in the car.